Lovely Tsawwassen Springs. What more beautiful place would you rather be than Delta to celebrate Canada Day? We're joined by independent MLA for Delta South, Vicki Huntington. Vicki, I know it's the day before, so you and I are both not garbed in red. A little different from what Heather was, so she's showing us up, so to speak.
Exactly.
But Canada Day means a lot to different people. What's it mean to you?
I was thinking about that earlier today when you asked if I would meet with you, and I was thinking when I was young, the day that we all gathered around and coalesced around was Christmas.
Yeah.
But as the country started to change, that changed. And now, the day where you see everybody out, whether you are immigrant or fourth generation Canadian, is Canada Day. And it's become the new Christmas for Canada. It's the day in which we all join together in a common theme and a common understanding of what it is to be Canadian. And I really do think that that's kind of what it's become. It's replacing the ecumenical with a social joy in being Canadian.
Have you seen it change from the time you first got into office till the present day?
Yes, I have. We always had the three functions, the traditional three functions in Delta South, but in the last few years, the Chalmers has been added to it. You always had people come out to the functions, but now there's a joie de vivre around the color of Canada Day. And you see it, and I think it was it was a transition during that Olympics where suddenly red became what it was to be Canadian, and we've just donned that color on July 1st and wear it so proudly, and it's fun. It's fun to see the masses at the girls' soccer game. It's fun to see it at whatever major international event Canada is participating in, and it's a sea of red, and you know immediately that's Canadian.
Have you seen it change with not quite the same way as it has in the States, because the United States, they've got their own way of showing patriotism. They've got flags every place. I mean, you conceivably see. I'm seeing more Canadian flags up now than I've seen in the past 4 years.
I think you're absolutely right. I've noticed it all through the community this time, and we were driving today with the Regional Director of Highways all around the SFPR and up through into Surrey, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And it's a remarkable thing to see. And on November the 11th, you would often see a Canadian flag, or you'd see the red ensign sometimes you see, but yes, you'd see the Union Jack. But now you see the Canadian flag, that good old maple leaf, on July 1st, more and more and more. And again, it's part of what I feel is this growing recognition that it is the one day that binds us in the country.
What's your duties like, being, as we're doing this today before, what's your duties like on Canada Day?
July 1st is an awesome day for any politician. It starts in Delta South. It starts with the museum. And then we go to Diefenbaker Park for the big cake cutting, which is a lovely... And the events, each event is so different, too. It's amazing. In Diefenbaker Park, then you go back to Kirkland. Only this year, there's now something in between the museum and Diefenbaker. The Ahmed Mosque is having a Canada Day celebration, and they've asked some of us to attend. So whether we can fit that into the normal ones. And then, so we've got the museum, we have Diefenbaker, possibly the mosque. We have Kirkland House always, and you always want to stay there to watch the pipers, because they have the whole Delta Police Pipe Band there. And then tomorrow is Chalmers up in North Delta, which is a huge celebration that's put on between the municipality and the ministerial there, and it's become a major event with fireworks and everything.
Lastly, I didn't ask Heather this, and it wasn't because I forgot. I just never thought about it at the time, which is normal for me. Sometimes it just crops into my mind. And we're probably all the same.
Steve.
Do you think that you are seeing more of the young people embrace the flag? And I guess that is a legacy that the older people have to pass on to the younger people?
I think it's not necessarily something that the older people have passed on, because remember, the older people grew up with the red ensign. And a lot
Oh,
of them
yes.
still miss that red ensign.
I know
As
that.
a matter of fact, I was speaking with my young legislative intern who is just in university now. Well, he's in second year. And we were talking about the flag as he was putting it up in my office. And I said, how much do you know about the flag debate? And he said, well, I know it was a discussion. And I said, it almost ripped this country in half, you know. And he said, it did? And I said, oh, yes, the West almost seceded over that one. And so he was very surprised, because while they've learned about the flag debate, they didn't know anything about the acrimony. And so it's our young people that I think are leading the older people into a new love for the flag.
Good way to put it. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Vicki, thank you very much for
You're
doing
so
this.
welcome, Steve,
All the best
as
down the road,
always.
and I enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.